we're down. That was like a lunar landing. I set that off on a timer and then I quickly get into shot. But that was Apollo 27 there. Anyway, we got it sorted anyway. It's quite comfy. Well, it's the last show tomorrow. I can't believe I made it here, in all honesty. I mean, looking back 18 weeks ago, I was like, oh God, I'm halfway. But it is now 9 o'clock, just coming up. I'll have my last meal in an hour and a half or so. Oats, berries, nuts, banana, protein. Well, it is the last show of the year. I'm not sure when I'm going to compete again. I'm definitely not competing next year. I need to try and get back to a normal life a little bit and just snap out of this cycle of I've got to eat, I've got to eat, I've got to eat. So with it being the last show, I figured that we'd set the camera up in this location and just run through what I managed to achieve in the last 3 years. NAC 2013, first timers, finished third. First trophy, caught the bug with that one. Didn't really know what I was doing, did a low carb diet. It was an untested event, and that was clear to see by the size of everyone else. They were colossal. But on to the next year, 2014, is the picture at the top. That was actually a tester show, the BMBF Central, and I only did that to see, well, because I failed at the BMBF Southern, to make any impact, so I thought I'd try something different, and I flicked a few things around, did some water manipulation, and I ended up not placing again in the novice category there, but it's all a learning curve. In fact, last year was one big learning curve of low carb rubbish basically, but it's all experience. And I knew as soon as I won that trophy, I found out there were natural competitions to enter, and I thought level playing field, that's right up my street, so give that a go. On to this year, so from 2013, 2014 to 2015, now under the guidance of Darren Loxton, soon to be Masters Pro if we're lucky, fingers crossed for Darren next year. But yeah, high carb diet, and it's been really good. 35 weeks, it will be on Sunday tomorrow. Sunday, wow. And I say it's been good. Any diet's hard, but I don't know. Thinking back at how I felt on low carb, comparing it to high carb, I would high carb any day, purely because the training is better. But you still don't enjoy your training because you're still pushing the limits of what your body can do constantly. And your mind wants to do more, like when you're bulking, but your body can't. And that is a terrible feeling. It feels awful. So I haven't enjoyed any training literally since week 6 of my diet. So probably 29, 30 weeks of just having to train, having to do this, having to push. But if it was easy, everyone would do it. So qualified second in the 2015 BMBF Southern Championships. That trophy in the middle felt like a win. Absolutely unbelievable. Loved every second of it. I could not believe it. The happiest day I've pretty much had of my life, I think. So far, that felt like a win. It didn't matter. Even if I'd come first, I wouldn't have made any difference. It's great to be first, to get me wrong. Look back now, I think, oh, I wish I'd come first. That doesn't matter. That is the trophy that I will cherish for the rest of my life without a shadow of a doubt, above all others. Unless I decide to compete again and become British champion, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. On to the second trophy, which was this one, this year, NPA Midlands, was the second one I won. I finished second in the men's heavyweights, again, same as the BMBF. second to Clifton Morris, real big guy, great shape, fantastic shape. And that was great as well. I mean, I went there trying something slightly different because you don't want to change too much and then realise what the hell was going on. You need to know what to change, which is good, and what to change, which is bad. If you change everything, you won't know what you did that was right. Something Darren taught me, because I tend to go all guns blazing at everything I attempt. And anyway, yeah, that was great. NPA Midlands, second show of the year, confidence rising. The third, oh yeah, hang on, yeah, I got that as well, the NPA Midlands, which is best presentation. So I'm not male, I'm not sure whether that was for tan or the routine. I did ask Michael Phillips on Facebook, I said, is it for tan or routine? Because my tanner told me it was because they tanned me. And he basically laughed. So I still don't know, it doesn't matter. Either way, I must have impressed. And that's what I'm there to do, I suppose. That's what I'm there to try and do better than the other competitors. The most recent trophy, that one, third in the Southeast. That was 2 weeks after the BMBF British Finals, where I didn't place. Partly because, I mean, looking at everyone in the morning, I was probably 5th or 6th or thereabouts, realistically. And then I started eating pick a mix before the evening show, and that just destroyed me. I've seen people eat pick a mix and come out with first place trophies at previous competitions and Haribo and all that. I ate so much, starting from about 90 minutes out, that I couldn't bend over to pick up the weights to pump up backstage because I was so bloated with this egg inside me. I was like, ooh. And I was really pumped up. I was seriously full to the brim, but I was just so bloated. And you can see it in all the pictures, and I ruined it. But at that point, I was just so emotional to have done the morning show and to be getting on for the evening show. It just all started to overwhelm me, and I just kind of threw caution to the wind, and one thing led to another, and I ate a whole chunk of pick a mix, probably about a kilo's worth. And when you try and stop, you can't stop. It's just the way it is. If you've ever been on a diet like this, you realise. But yeah, I still did the evening show. It was absolutely amazing. A little tear in my eye when I completed it, because it was 2 years in the making since the first trophy. 6 meals every day, full training regime, just constant effort, work. I worked my nuts off to get that qualifying trophy and to get to the BMBF finals. I worked my hardest. So that medal is my signature piece for, yes, I was a British finalist, and that was the first British finals I have ever done. So then on to the most recent trophy, which is third in the Southeast, heavyweights again. I'm a heavyweight through and through because I'm like 84, 85, 86 kilos all the time in competition condition, and about 4 or 5% body fat. Yeah, so that was the third one. That was 2 weeks after the BMBF British Finals. I overdid my dinner after the BMBF British Finals because I was just so happy, and I was bloated to the max. And then at breakfast, I went and overdid breakfast the next day. I was in pain all day. I tried training to sort of maybe eat into what I had eaten, so to speak. I didn't really do anything, no matter how hard I tried. And I left out pretty much all my meals and ate twice on Monday. Breakfast and dinner. And that was it. And then I went to bed. And I was starting to feel better then. But so I must learn to exercise self-control, because when I'm in starvation mode, literally I have none. Anyway, moving on to tomorrow. That's the trophies from the last couple of years. I won't be competing next year. This is my last foreseeable show. I've got other things that I would like to concentrate on with my life after this. I knew my only opportunity to achieve what I wanted to, which was be a British finalist, was this year. It was the last opportunity I was going to get for a while. obviously with life coming in as you get towards your 30s. And I knew I had to hit it, and I hit it not once but twice with 2 finals from 2 different organisations with the help of Darren, and I'll be forever in his debt. Tomorrow is my last show of the year. As I keep saying, I've got Dark As on. I'm going to use Dream Tan. I'm only putting Dark As on to leave a nice layer in the morning. I'll shower it off because it soaks in and it leaves me nice and tan for a few days. Dream Tan isn't exactly the darkest, kind of comes out a bit yellowy, and to get a nice dark tan out of it, you have to really cake it on. But when you cake it on, you lose vascularity, everything starts to disappear, and that obviously is not a good sign for a bodybuilder. So unless you're juiced to the eyeballs and bursting out of your skin, Dream Tan is quite hard to get it to work for you. So I'm trying my hardest to get it to work. It's all a learning curve. Still learning, still trying new things. That's the way bodybuilding is. It can take you years and years to really understand your body. Now, I know my body well, very well, better than a lot of other people know their own bodies, but there's still a lot more to learn. I'll be the first to admit that. Last show tomorrow. It's taken 35 weeks to get here, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got quite a bit of energy right now, probably because I know it's the last show. I'm excited, I am emotional, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm scared of what life holds after this, because I've been 35 weeks, nearly a year, where I've just been focused on this last show. That British BNBF finals, NPA finals, BNBF finals, NPA finals. That's just always been going through my mind, wishing away all of my time. And when it gets to the weekend, wishing I was back in the gym. As soon as Monday's over, wishing I didn't have to go to the gym on Tuesday. It's a constant routine of need to eat every 2.5 hours, need to train, need to feel awful. If you feel awful, then you must be losing weight, and the scales confirm that. That is life, and that's the way life has been for quite some time for me now. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, going there with my dad. It's in Bedworth, NPA British Finals. I've always said this, as soon as I qualified for the BNBF British Finals, I said I want to be 5th, because 5th you get a trophy, basically. And there's a space there for one more. If I'm 5th now in Britain, this one confirms that I was 7th to 11th in Britain in September. Now we've gone through October now. We're at the end of October, and I'm going for top 5. I've had the extra 8 weeks to get ready for it, and I'm going for top 5. To be the 5th best heavyweight natural bodybuilder for me would be the complete year ticked off and done. I have no regrets that I didn't finish 5th in the BNBF British Finals, because the standard was unreal and they took 4 to the World Finals from it, so I haven't missed out there, that I was beaten fair and square. So 8 weeks more and 8 weeks more improvement, and hopefully top 5 and tick. But from me, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that's supported me and helped me get here and achieve these things, and for everyone that's followed since I started. Yes, it is possible for someone in 2012 to join a gym, or in October 2011 to join a gym, start completely fresh, not having a clue what they're doing, from being in the town drunk every Saturday to being a double British finalist, natural finalist in natural bodybuilding. Within 4 years, it is possible. That's what I tried to do. That's what I wanted to see. If it was possible, I proved it is possible. So don't ever think that, oh, I won't dream too big, or I can't do that, because the moment you start, you're one day closer, and everything is one day more possible to achieve. And if you give it everything you've got, then nothing is impossible, you know. I've put some people through hell in the last 3 or 4 years to get this far, just because I've been so driven and dedicated to one thing, and that is pretty much tomorrow. That's it, really, I think. It all comes down to this. Tomorrow. Won't dwell on it, we won't think about it too much, we'll do it, and we'll adjust to life after the best I can. Because it will be hard, it will be very hard. And then I'm off to Mexico. I did book a Mexican holiday so that I get a chance to eat some food that I want and relax and contemplate. It's something to look forward to once I got to the end of this era, because as soon as you realise you have nothing to look forward to and that's it, boom, the end, I tend to break down a little bit. So yeah, I've got something else to look forward to, and that hopefully will elongate the process of coming down to earth. So there is method behind my madness. It wasn't just diet brain spending like the motorbike was. For those of you that know me. Lots of chocolate ready. How many pieces can you see there? There's a few more downstairs in the fridge as well. Never really cared how I looked. I only did this to win as much as I could and get as far as possible. So if you see me in a few weeks and I've got this huge belly on me, I'll be able to most probably drink you under the table, because my driven capacity or my competitive nature is absolutely ridiculous, and one day it's going to kill me. So on that note, I'm going to give tomorrow the best shot I can. Top 5 is what I'm aiming for, and hopefully we can get that. Thank you everyone, and I look forward to most probably seeing you for a beer and a curry and a pizza soon. Thank you very much.